Setting up a blog is the perfect example to understand how Next.js and Content Island work. It's a simple project, but with enough features to play around with routes, dynamic content, and a bit of interactivity. Plus, having your own blog is never a bad idea, especially if you want something lightweight, ad-free unless you choose otherwise, and fully customizable. We're going to implement a simple seed for our project, a page with a list of posts where users can browse through various topics, a page to view the detailed information of each post to gain deeper insights, and an about page, because it's always good to introduce yourself and provide context about the creators and the purpose of the project. This setup will help users navigate and understand the content more effectively. One option to develop this would be to go with plain HTML and CSS. But of course, we want this to be dynamic. I don't want to be messing with the HTML every time I want to change something in my bio, fix a typo, or add a new post. In fact, I'd like it if even someone who doesn't know how to code could add new posts or update the relevant information. But still, I want the best of both worlds. On one hand, the speed and simplicity of having static HTML and CSS. On the other hand, the ability to easily modify the data. What can I do? Define a model of my application in Content Island, enter the data, and using a technology like Next.js, generate a static site and update it every time there's a change in the information in my Content Island project. Let's start creating the project from scratch. Once we have created our account on Content Island and logged in, depending on your role, you will either see a window where you can choose. Among the projects you have access to, or the option to edit users, we choose projects, or you may directly see the list of projects. If this is your first time entering, it will be empty. We click on Add Project. A general tab appears where we need to give the project a name. We type My Blockend. And when we click Save, it asks us to generate an API token. This will be what we use to consume the data from our project in Astro. We click on Generate Token and we can see it. We will copy this into the code later, as we will see. We also need to choose the languages that our project will support. In this case, we choose English. And we could select more languages. Content Island supports multiple languages. We click Save. Now 3 tabs are enabled. The Model tab, where we will define the entities of our project. The Content tab, where we will enter the data for our project. And the Webhooks tab, where we can define actions that will be executed when an event occurs in our project. In the next step, we will define the entities of our blog project.